We all wonder when and how the world as we know it will finally end. Some people call it the end of the world, some call it the apocalypse. But the Vikings of the Norse pantheon call it Ragnarok, and the entire universe, including the gods, will collapse at this apocalyptic moment. The story of Ragnarok is the last of the countless chronological stories that make up Norse mythology. But Ragnarok did not happen. Instead, it is a prophecy of what was to come, a comprehensive description of the end of their world for the Norse in the early Middle Ages, which included the legendary fire warriors called Vikings. Even the gods in the story know of Ragnarok's prophecy, but cannot stop them. A great winter unlike any the earth has ever seen is coming at some point. Whenever the Norns, the mysterious twisters of fate in Northern Europe, commanded it, the world will experience extreme cold as icy winds blow snow in all directions, and the warmth of the sun is gone. Without summer, this year's winter will last as long as 3 typical winters. All laws and ethics will be forgotten when humanity faces severe food shortages. Brother kills brother, father kills son, son kills father in this age of swords and swords. The wolves, Skoll and Hati, Loki's grandsons, who have been hunting the sun and moon in the sky since the beginning of time, will finally catch their prey. The stars will also disappear, leaving the sky with nothing but a pitch-black abyss. The main support structure of the universe, Yggdrasil, will shake, causing all trees and even mountains to collapse. The giant wolf Fenrir will break the chains that hold him, allowing the beast to escape. The oceans will flow across the planet when Jormungand, the mighty serpent that lives at the bottom of the sea and surrounds the continent, emerges from the depths. Nogelfar will be shaken from its moorings by these earthquakes. However, this ship, made from the fingernails and toenails of dead men and women, will easily pass through the flooded earth. Its crew will be a massive army, a force of chaos and destruction. And the traitor to the gods, Loki, will free himself from the chains that imprisoned him, will be its captain. Fenrir will tear the planet apart with fire shooting from his eyes, nostrils, lower jaw resting on the surface, and upper jaw pressed against the sky, burning everything in his path. Ultimately, Jormungand will spew his poison across the planet, contaminating the land, water, and air. The dome of the sky will crack, and the fire giants of Muspelheim will appear through the opening. Surtur, the fire giant with a fiery sword that shines brighter than the sun, will be their commander. The bridge will collapse behind them as they cross the frost. The Irehorn will let out an ominous boom as Heimdall, guardian of heaven, heralds the approach of the time the gods fear. The wisest of all beings, the head of Mimir, will be anxiously consulted by Odin for advancement. Even though the gods knew what the prophecies predicted would happen in this conflict, they nevertheless chose to fight. They will arm themselves and engage the enemy on the battlefield of Vigrid. Einhar, a group of Odin's hand-picked human soldiers based in Valhalla. On this occasion, we will fight him as he enters the battle with Fenrir. Odin and the men's champions will fight harder than anyone has ever fought, but it won't be enough. First, Fenrir will devour Odin and his army. Then Vidar, one of Odin's sons, will attack the beast to take revenge on his father. He would then thrust a sword into the wolf's throat and kill it. Another wolf, Garm, and the god of war, Tyr, will slaughter each other. The same would be done by Heimdall and Loki, stopping the trickster's deception, but costing one of the gods one of their best in the process. God Freyr and giant Surt will also be the end of each other. In the end, Thor and Jormungand, these ancient enemies, will finally destroy each other. Thor will be able to defeat the giant snake with his hammer blows. However, the snake will inject him with so much poison that he will not be able to continue standing. Instead, he will collapse after taking 9 steps and spill his blood onto Vigrid's already contaminated land. Then, All that will be left will be nothingness. The remnants of the world will sink into the sea. Creation and all that happened.